Scott, Alex, I follow up for Player of the Year this week, and I think he's on a 9-game point streak. I think we kind of talked about it over this weekend. Your best players playing at the best times, or the most important times. What have you seen on him the last few weeks that's allowed him to elevate his game?
I don't know if it's been elevated. I think it's been elevated all year. I think he's had an unbelievable year for us from the start. I think after last year, he was very determined to have a good summer and have a good senior year, and I think he's proven that with the work he's put in and the mentality and attitude he's come back with, and I think he's getting rewarded for the year that he's having because of that. So, you know, what can you say? I think I said it a long time ago, our best players have been playing at a consistently high level, and he's certainly one of those guys and been an offensive catalyst for us and a key player the whole year.
Al often kind of deflects credit to his line mates for what he's able to do, but what do you see him allow? What does he do to make his line mates better and everyone else better?
Well, I mean, number one is speed. I mean, it's a huge asset. You know, he's got the ability to push defenders back. I mean, he's made some great plays, taking pucks to the net this year and finishing, which, you know, you got to have courage to do that stuff sometimes, but, you know, I think his hands, you see his hands in tight areas. I mean, he's able to make some, get out of tight areas, make some plays, but I think the biggest thing this year, he's shooting the puck. He's shooting the puck more, he's confident shooting the puck, and he's getting rewarded with goals.
Defensively, you guys have had to play the last few games without Susie, but how have you seen other guys step up? I feel like Jared and Nick Wolf come to mind.
Well, I think anytime you lose any player, I mean, there's opportunities for players to step into a more prominent role, and I mean, obviously Nicky's had a good year for us as a freshman all year, and you know, Hildy's been in and out here towards the end, and obviously we experimented with Adam on Friday night, and I think that was still good because you never know. But you know, everyone has to do a little bit more, and I think it's nice having a few older guys there with Danny and Willie and Kotz, you know, seniors, and certainly a couple of those guys have played a lot of games for us. But you know, it's one of those things where right now we have that luxury to play and dress six and rotate, and I thought the last few games that Jared's played too, he's done a good job. You know, as long as they just keep it simple, and I think it's the same thing for all of our D-core. Don't complicate things. Our team this time of the year, you have to keep your game simple, and it starts certainly with your back end too, making good plays coming out of the zone and defending and just doing your job and not trying to do too much.
What have you seen from Wolf here the last month or so? Seems like he's really elevated his game confidence. He's played more. Yeah,
I think him and Danny have been a really good pair together. I think for whatever reason they've had great chemistry. In some of the games where they haven't played as much together, you know, maybe neither one of them has been as good, you know, but you know, I think just for him, it just kind of goes along. I think he's grown through the year. I think he's gained confidence through the year, a little more comfortable too, you know, with the puck. But you know, for me, I think he's just had a pretty consistent year for a freshman. So I think he's been one of our biggest pleasant surprises from start of the year till now. And he brings an element that is nice. You know, he's got an edge. He plays physical. He competes hard every shift, and he's a big body. And but he's got good hands. He's got good hands. He's made a lot of little plays coming out of the zone. That's maybe sometimes go unnoticed, but we see those plays. But I just think he's been pretty consistent, you know, for the whole year.
It seems like he's been able to, you know, for a bigger guy in this day and age in college hockey to avoid the big hit being a penalty. He's been able to do that this year. Keep those hits, you know, keep them low and keep them clean.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the penalty he took on whatever Friday or Saturday night against Miami was, I wouldn't change that, right? You know, it's a good hit. They called it boarding. I don't agree with it, but that's part of his game. And I think, you know, again, he's an imposing guy. I mean, he's hard to play against, and there's guys that have played in our league that have played against him in junior hockey and high school hockey that know that. And you know, it's nice to have that. It's nice to have that element back there on the blue line. And like I said, between him and Danny, they kind of complement each other. And you know, for me, it's been fun to watch him kind of grow through the year, and he's been a big part of our decor.
You mentioned Jared Hellerman. He's kind of been in and out of the lineup, but I feel like every time we see him get in the game, he's making strides and taking strides. Are you seeing some of that in practice, a gradual improvement in his play and his understanding of the game?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think he's improved a lot since the beginning of the year. I mean, it's hard. And again, I mentioned it before. It's really important that those guys practice hard, try and prepare themselves to play, because you never know when you're going to get called upon. It's not easy through the year when you know you're maybe not playing most of the time, and you go through different phases through the year, and those guys, and Jared being one of those, have gone through that a little bit. With practice, kind of got to remind them, keep going, treat these as games, make sure you're ready, make sure you're getting your conditioning in, or as best you can, and I think he's done a pretty good job with that. I think much better in the second half than the first half. But again, that's the learning curve again for a freshman. So, but he certainly has got some tools. I mean, he can shoot the puck. He's got good hands, and we just want him to go in and keep the game simple. If they start getting too excited, rushing pucks up the rink, or trying to do too much, then they're going to get in trouble. And if they just keep it simple, he's a smart enough player, good enough player to keep the game simple and do his job.
Again, you get a team that you just recently saw in Western. What do you take away from that series in Kalamazoo? And the response that the team had on Saturday night.
Well, I can take away the Saturday night for sure. It was probably one of our best team efforts in a while, and obviously facing a little bit of adversity with Susie being out and then Riley getting sick later, and adding a couple guys late to the lineup. And I thought our guys pulled together and had a real strong game in a tough building. But again, they're a team that plays the game with a lot of speed, a lot of pace. Offensively, they're certainly on pucks, and they do a lot of movement plays, and very similar to Miami in a little bit in ways offensively, where they get you spread out and do some things. They're involved in the rush a lot. They have a lot of four-man rush opportunities. So again, making sure, I thought we did a better job Saturday of getting the offensive zone, getting pucks below the goal line, getting pucks through, versus having pucks fronted and stopped and starting transition the other way. And once we did that, I thought our ozone time increased, and we had certainly better opportunities offensively. It wasn't shoot a puck, get it blocked, now you're chasing the game, and we got to do the same thing. But they got some big bodies down low. You got to move, you got to keep your feet moving, you can't get trapped. You got to have good puck support, and with their goaltender, he's played well. He's had a great year. You got to get some guys around the net. You got to have a net front presence. You got to shoot pucks, maybe some surprise shots, quick shots, try and create some opportunities, in and around the net as well.
Is there any different feel at all versus last year, or any tournament like this, where three of the teams, probably four, are in the tournament already? But I mean, there's still a trophy to be won this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's great because we're playing very good teams, and this is what you want to play before you play next weekend, because everybody's good at this time of the year, and when you get in the tournament, there's no easy teams, and to continue playing good teams hopefully keeps forcing you to raise your level of play. Everyone wants that trophy. Everyone wants to win. That's goal number 2 for everybody. First goal is to win the league, and next goal is to win the tournament championship, and the third goal is to get and win the national championship. So this is a goal of our team, so I know our guys are going to go in there and play as hard as they can and try and win 2 hockey games.